with just a quick revision from this chapter, that is the Animalia. Not a kind of a revision, basically a summary. Okay, just in summarized form, whatever we have studied from the kingdom Animalia, all the characteristics, just to make it easy to you people. I'll be sharing the videos of the various phylums, right? कल हमने एक वीडियो देखा भी था पॉरीफेरा, जहाँ पे हम लोगों ने पॉरीफेरन्स के पहले की जो इन्फॉर्मेशन पढ़ी, दैट इज किंगडम एनिमेलिया. उन्होंने जो हमें 2 ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड करके पढ़ाया है, that is even we have studied it, that is in the 2 groups of the or various phylums we have studied, or we can say we have studied it in 2 groups of the vertebrates and invertebrates. ठीक है, तो बिफोर कॉर्डेटा फाइलम्स, ठीक है, हम इसको 2 बड़े फाइलम्स में भी इसको हम बोल सकते हैं, दैट इज कॉर्डेट्स एंड द अदर फाइलम्स दैट आर ऑफ द इनवर्टिब्रेट्स. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने जो इनवर्टिब्रेट्स, काइंड ऑफ इनवर्टिब्रेट्स जो पढ़े, दैट इज वर्टिब्रेटा, दैट इज बेसिकली कंप्राइजिंग ऑफ the various of the phylums जो हम लोगों ने पढ़े, फाइलम पॉरीफेरा, पॉरीफेरन्स जिनके अंदर पोर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं स्पेसिफिक. ठीक है, बाकी कैरेक्टर्स जितने हमने बोले थे, देखो कल आपको वीडियो में मिलेगी, है ना, एक्स्ट्रा ही मिलते हैं वहां पे कैरेक्टर्स वीडियो से, लेकिन आपकी एनसीईआरटी में जितने हैं वो आप लोगों ने जरूर करना है. ठीक है, फॉलोड आफ्टर इज द सीलेंट्रेटा. सो सीलेंट्रेटा में मेंबर्स दैट इज ऑफ द हाइड्रा हो गया या फिर सी एनेमोन. ठीक है, सो इसमें आपको अभी मैं ये सारी आगे सीलेंट्रेटा के आगे वाली वीडियोस में अभी आपको दिखाती हूँ. अब बेसिकली आप लोगों ने करना क्या है, जितने भी मैंने फाइलम्स आपको करवाए हैं, आई एम जस्ट शोइंग इट ऑल इन दिस सीरियल ऑर्डर. यू कैन ऑल्सो जस्ट टर्न ओवर योर पेजेस दैट है, और अपने देखो वहां पे पेजेस में कि हम लोगों ने इसी सीरियल ऑर्डर में इसको किया है. आफ्टर दिस इज प्लेटीहेलमिन्थस. वी हैव स्टडीड प्लेटीहेलमिन्थस. प्लेटीहेलमिन्थस वर द फर्स्ट ट्रिप्लोब्लास्ट. नहीं, यहाँ तक ये डिप्लोब्लास्ट की बात ये नहीं कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एटलीस्ट आपको ऑर्गेनिज्म दिखा रहे हैं. ऑर्गेनिज्म देख के काफी सारे आप लोग अपने माइंड में अपने जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं ना वो रख पाओगे. ठीक है, आफ्टर दिस देयर वाज एस्कल हेलमिन्थस. एस्कल हेलमिन्थस के बाद आते हैं हमारे पास फाइलम, दिस वाज नेमेटोडा एंड देन इज एनालिडा. एनालिडा के बाद आर्थ्रोपोडा, दैट इज द लार्जेस्ट फाइलम. आफ्टर आर्थ्रोपोडा देयर इज फाइलम mollusca, second largest, and mollusca के बाद there is phylum echinodermata, echinoderms, that is of the starfishes having the spiny skins. ठीक है, then there is after the echinodermata there is phylum hemichordata. So till this we have studied the non-chordates. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आप इसको invertebrates भी लिख सकते हो, or we can simply write it as in the form of the non-chordates. Okay, it's better to write non-chordates, but according to the last video which we have seen, they were dividing it in this way. Both ways it is correct. So these are all the non-chordates members. Okay, ये सारे इसी serial order में. अब आपने क्या करना है, when I am going to show you the video, alongside as the video is running, they are showing you the organisms. You have to locate on that particular organism. And also from your notebook you'll be reading out the characteristics. ठीक है, आपको एक माइंड में कनेक्शन बनना शुरू हो जाएगा, उस ऑर्गेनिज्म की फोटो आपके माइंड में टिक जाएगी और आप लोग को आगे के लिए इजी हो जाएगा. ठीक है, सो दिस इज नॉन कॉर्डेट्स में आ गए. अब हमारे पास आगे आते हैं कॉर्डेट्स. कॉर्डेट्स में हमने आगे 3 ग्रुप्स किए, 3 सब फाइलम किए, दैट इज ऑफ यूरोकॉर्डेटा, सिफेलोकॉर्डेटा एज वेल एज दिस वर्टिब्रेटा. ठीक है, अब यूरो और सिफेलो की आई ट्राई गेटिंग आउट द वीडियो, बट जितनी देख पाए हम देख लेते हैं. और उसके बाद आपको मेनली यहाँ पे वर्टिब्रेट्स की वीडियो दिखाई जाएगी. वर्टिब्रेट्स में भी हमने 7 सब क्लासेस इसकी की हैं. ठीक है, 2 सुपर क्लासेस थी और 7 ऑफ द सब क्लासेस. द सब क्लासेस दैट इंक्लूड्स ऑल फ्रॉम द पाइसेस वेरियस. पहले साइक्लोस्टोमेटा आ गया, पाइसेस की 2 क्लासेस आ गई, कॉन्ड्रोकाइट्स एंड द ऑस्ट्रिकाइट्स. देन उसके बाद हमारे पास 4 ऑफ द टेट्रापोडा. ठीक है, सो ये सारे के सारे फीचर्स जो हैं विल ट्राई लोकेटिंग फ्रॉम द वीडियोस. द वंस which are new, that is you are looking onto the new characters. If you want to write it down, you can note it down on the notes side by side, and the ones which are already there in your notebook you can just correlate. ठीक है, आपको आसान रहेगा, उसको समझना आसान रहेगा. ठीक है, तो firstly I start with this, the first phylum, that is phylum Coelenterata. Just hold on. When I start the video, it hangs for a certain time. Are you getting this video? Anji beta, are you getting the video? I think it has been paused again. Yes. Is it working or not? It's paused. Anji, now it is working, है ना? Is it okay now? Yes, Mitali, are you able to see and hear me? Are you able to see the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta, thank you. So this is the first, that is the kingdom Animalia, phylum Coelenterata. Okay, I'm going to show you in the serial order only. So you just have to just look on to the various characteristics and then you'll be correlating it. Okay. Just wait. If I say hang over. Just wait, just wait.
Kingdom Animalia, phylum Coelenterata. The second phylum is Coelenterata, or Cnidaria. This phylum includes diverse forms such as jellyfish, corals, and sea anemones. Coelenterates are mostly marine, except for Hydra, which is a freshwater form. They may be sedentary or free swimming. The word coelenterate means hollow gut. Coelenterates are radially symmetrical and their body has 2 or 3 layers, a gastrovascular cavity and a single opening that serves as both mouth and anus, which is usually surrounded by tentacles. Coelenterates possess special stinging cells called cnidocytes or cnidoblasts, which help in food capture, defense mechanism, and an adhesion in case of sessile coelenterates. Coelenterates are carnivorous and exhibit both extracellular digestion, that is, in the gastrovascular cavity, as well as intracellular digestion, that is, inside the nutritive cells of endodermis. In coelenterates, the processes such as respiration and excretion occur by simple diffusion. The nervous system in coelenterates is primitive and consists of a diffuse net of nerve cells. The soft body of coelenterates may be naked or supported by calcareous exoskeleton or endoskeleton. Many coelenterates exhibit polymorphism, that is, they exist in 2 different body forms, a polyp and a medusa. A polyp is a tubular body form, which is usually sessile, while a medusa is an umbrella-shaped, free-swimming body form. Polyp represents asexual phase, while a medusa is a sexual stage in a coelenterate's life cycle. A polyp gives rise to medusa by asexual reproduction, by budding, and a medusa produces polyps by sexual reproduction, in which the fertilized egg develops into a ciliated free-swimming planula larva. This is known as alternation of generations or metagenesis.
Beta, we have discussed this metagenesis also, है ना? That is in the case of obelia. Obelia an organism from this group, phylum Coelenterata. तो यहाँ पे आपने properly देख लिया how asexually the polyps are creating the medusae and medusae are creating with the help of the sexual reproduction how they are creating the polyps back again. So this is happening metagenesis, that is happening in some of the organisms such as obelia. Okay, this is a very special feature of the mammals, right?
Phylum Coelenterata is divided into 3 classes. Class Hydrozoa.
These are
Class
not there.
Typhozoa.
These classes for the classification of this is not there, right? The basic characteristics, I think they are clear to you from this coelenterata, right? Coming to the next group, that is a very small little group, and that is of Ctenophora. Just hold on.
Ctenophora. Ctenophores are commonly known as sea walnuts or cone jellies. They are exclusively marine, radially symmetrical, diploblastic organisms with tissue level of organization. The body bears 8 external rows of ciliated cone plates which help in locomotion. Digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. Bioluminescence, the property of a living organism to emit light.
Basically, a three-dimensional structure of these members that was not available in the videos. So that is why I have been taking out only the one which is showing you the characteristics. Okay, and even you can keep this photo in the mind of the organism that which is being shown, right? For Ctenophora, right? And read the characteristics that which are given at the base. And you can also match it with the ones you have written in the notes.
Is well marked in ctenophores. Sexes are not separate. Reproduction takes place only by sexual means. Fertilization is external with indirect development. Examples: Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana.
So this was the Ctenophora members. Now coming to the next group, that is of the platyhelminths. The first triploblast members that is having the tissue level of organization से आगे बढ़ गए अब हम, that is to the organ level and showing the triploblastic arrangement. Okay.
Kingdom Animalia, phylum Platyhelminthes. The third phylum is Platyhelminthes, which includes flatworms, which are unsegmented, bilaterally symmetrical worms. Flatworms show a definite level of organization. They are the first and the simplest organisms having an organ system. Flatworms do not have a definite skeleton, but have a cuticle which protects their bodies. Flatworms have a highly branched cut with a mouth, but the anus is absent. A muscular suctorial pharynx is present for taking in the food.
Can you see one feature that is they are dorso-ventrally flattened, है ना? तो कैसे ये flattened organisms है, कैसे tape जैसे बिल्कुल नजर आ रहे हैं ना? So that is why the group is also called as the flatworms. And the next group that was called as roundworms because of the dorsoventral cylindrical structure or the rounded structure. ठीक है? So ये flattened structure flatworms का जो है उसको भी जरा देखें ध्यान से.
Flatworms mark the beginning of cephalization. Cephalization is the development in the head region of light-sensitive organs called ocelli. For example, planaria have eye spots at the anterior end. Non-parasitic flatworms respire through their body's surface, while parasitic worms are mostly anaerobes. Parasitic flatworms bear organs of adhesion, such as hooks, suckers, and spines. In flatworms, the central nervous system consists of a head ganglion connected to nerve cords, which are interconnected across the body by transverse nerve connections. Excretion and osmoregulation in flatworms is controlled by the flame cells. Flame cells beat incessantly, resembling a flickering flame, and are hence called flame cells. Most flatworms can reproduce sexually or asexually. They are hermaphrodites, that is, both sexes are present in the same individual, except in the case of planarians, which are monoecious. The development may be direct, where eggs hatch into small tiny worms that resemble the adult, or it may be an indirect development where the eggs hatch into ciliated larval forms. Phylum Platyhelminth.
Next is again their further classification. So we are not to go with that. Simple characteristics which are there in your book, you have to follow those. Okay. And to look over the organisms only. My main purpose is कि आपको organisms की थोड़ी सी external features जो हैं वो देख के याद हो जाए. तो आप easily इनको लिख पाएंगे what are the various features. ठीक है. Extra, very extra type of the characters that is just for your understanding sake, right? But for cramming and writing, it's up to you if you want to add on, but otherwise it is only the NCERT which serves the whole purpose, right?
Kingdom Animalia, Phylum Nematoda, and Phylum Annelida. The fourth phylum is Nematoda, which includes roundworms. Most roundworms are free-living, but others are endoparasites, which are found in plants and animals. Nematodes show bilateral symmetry. Their body is cylindrical, unsegmented with tapering ends, while the head and appendages are absent. Nematodes have a small body cavity called pseudocele, which is formed directly from the blastocele.
We have studied this now, pseudocoelomates. These are the members with pseudocoelomate, right? And the next group that is of the Annelida, which are the first true coelomates. ठीक है? So these are the pseudocoeles. अब यहाँ पे देखो आपको कितनी clear seal नजर आ रही है. Blue color का coelom है सारा, है ना? मैंने जो diagram बनाया था शायद उसमें इतना पता नहीं clear हुआ आपको कि नहीं. But blue color के coelom में देखो yellow particles कितने सारे हैं. There is a outer tissue जो yellow वाला बीच में भी invade हुआ है, and hence creating some of the, you can say, blockages or the passage blockages within this cavity called as pseudocele. Okay, so this is a character having the pseudocoelom.
The body wall is formed of a strong, flexible, non-cellular layer of cuticle. Near the body wall, under the epidermal cells, are the muscle fibers that run longitudinally. Nematodes move by the contraction of these muscle fibers. Nematodes exhibit metameric segmentation. In this case, the animal's body consists of a series of compartments in which certain structures are serially repeated. They exhibit organ system level of body organization. They have an unbranched cut with mouth and anus. The nervous system consists of a ring of nervous tissue around the pharynx with dorsal and ventral nerve cords running the length of the body. In nematodes, sexes are separate and they show sexual dimorphism. The male is smaller than the female and its posterior end is curved. The best known example of this phylum is Ascaris, a roundworm, which is an endoparasite and causes a disease named ascariasis. This disease is common in children and its symptoms are weakness, anemia, vomiting, etc. The fifth phylum, Annelida, includes about 10,000 species of true segment worms. Annelids may be aquatic or terrestrial and are mostly found in soil. Annelids have a soft, elongated, cylindrical worm-like body, which is externally protected by a thin, elastic protein cuticle. The body wall is made up of soft, circular, as well as longitudinal muscle fibers. All annelids except leeches have chitinous hair-like structure called setae or cutae, which project from the cuticle. These are locomotory organs. Annelids exhibit metameric segmentation. That is, their body is divided into segments which are fully visible externally as rings. Internally, they are separated by septa and each segment consists of certain structures of body systems. Metamerism increases the efficiency of the organism's body movement. Annelids show an organ system level of body organization. The internal organs of annelids are well developed. Annelids have a closed, segmentally arranged circulatory system. The digestive system of annelids is a complete tube with a pharynx to swallow food, a stomach or gizzard for the storage and grinding of food, and an intestine. Respiration occurs through skin, gills, or modified parapodia, while for excretion, they have specialized excretory organs called nephridia. Each segment typically contains a pair of nephridia. The nervous system of annelids is made up of a pair of cephalic ganglia connected to the solid ventral nerve cord with segmental nerves. Annelids can be hermaphrodite or monoecious, that is, unisexual. Larva may or may not be present, and if present, it is a trophophore larva. Phylum Annelida is further divided into 3 classes. Polychaeta.
So again, the classification of these phylums still are not there. So moving to the next, that is the largest phylum of kingdom Animalia, that is phylum Arthropoda. Right? They are not discussed mollusca here. Okay, I'll show you mollusca afterwards, right? Maybe there is a concern in this video, we'll see. Right? Just hold on.
Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, and phylum Echinodermata. Of all living phylum.
Actually, the classification as we have studied, it is according to the NCRDs, right? The NCRD phylum, जो भी हम लोगों ने serial order में पढ़े हैं, that is all from your NCRD. And these people, they are maybe following some other criteria for the classification, and so is the counting of these members. मतलब ये जो videos में चल रही है ना, phylums की counting, वो अलग चल रही है ना? So we have studied it as a 5th or the 6th phylum, and they are saying it's the 4th or the 3rd one. So accordingly, they are different, right? So because of the different types of the classifications which are available, right? So need not to worry about कि हमने ये 4th किया था, ये 3rd क्यों बोल रहे हैं, है ना? You just go with the characteristics. Nothing about extra ये जो numberings and the countings. Even like there was not written the mollusca, so need not to worry about. We'll be considering it from other video, right?
Phyla. Arthropoda is the largest phylum with more than 9 lakh known species. This is the oldest and most biologically successful group. Arthropods occur in all habitats, almost everywhere in the world. They are bilaterally symmetrical, segmented animals. The body of arthropods is divided into a head and a trunk. The trunk may be divided into a thorax and an abdomen, as found in the case of insects. In some animals, such as crabs, the thorax fuses with the head, and thus their body is divided into the cephalothorax and the abdomen. The body of arthropods is covered with an exoskeleton made of chitin, which is very hard. This exoskeleton is shed periodically in the course of their growth, and the process is known as ecdysis or molting. Arthropods have an open circulatory system. Their body contains a cavity called hemocoel, which surrounds the body organs. The heart pumps blood into this hemocoel so that the blood bathes the organs. The respiratory organs found in arthropods are gills in aquatic forms, while trachea or book lungs in terrestrial forms. The excretion takes place by coelomoducts or by Malpighian tubules.
there is a ad in between. So what's the time also left? So there is just hold on. Beta, just hold on. Anji. So the phylums that we have covered till now, as your class is also going to be over, we have covered till now, that is till the arthropoda members. Okay. Further, we have the members of the mollusca and the echinodermata also in your syllabus, and also the vertebrata members, right? So we are left with the two of the videos. I'll be showing you one from the echinodermata or the mollusca members, mollusca and the echinoderms, along with the vertebrates. Okay. And with that also, in our practical period, I'll be continuing this only. And along with that, I'll be also showing the original specimens for all these phylums. तो पहले हम लोग जितने कर लिए हैं, आप लोगों ने इसको clarify करो अपने mind में, इनकी photos and characteristics लेके आओ. As I'll be showing you the specimen, you will be speaking about the group, the phylum, that to which it belongs, maybe the organism's name, and also the specific features, that is the unique or the salient features, that are the identifying features. Identifying क्या होता है, जिसको देख के आप identify करो. जैसे आर्थ्रोपोडा भी सुना, आर्थ्रोपोडा में आपने क्या सुना कि जो उसकी बॉडी है, that is divided into 3 of the segments, further segmented, है ना, and it is chitinous in the exoskeleton. Jointed appendages are there. Jointed appendages is the main feature, identifying feature. तो internal features हम कभी identifying नहीं लेते, हम उसको cut section करके नहीं देखेंगे, हम सिर्फ external वालों को identifying features लेते हैं. तो वो identifying features के लिए आप ready रहेंगे with the next period in which we will be discussing about the various specimens. Okay. So the only two things that which are left, that is echinodermata. Vertebrates are clear to you. I'm not going to show the video for that. Maybe I'll share the link to you people if you want, right? So echinoderms, that which are there in your syllabus from the practicals, and the molluscans. ठीक है, तो ये मैं आपको दो दिखा दूंगी. बाकी आप लोग को ये तो clear ही है, आपको features clear हैं, ठीक है. I'll be showing it to you, and you will be just telling me with the characteristics, what the characteristics they are bearing, and to which group do they belong. Okay. So be ready with that. Any question from today's lecture if you have? Anji, any query, anything?